Finally! Sorry guys, I was having issues with my mic. Welcome to Talk with Sally, guys. Garden Talk with Sally today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Today we need to prune mildew off of our raspberry bushes. So we'll do that today. But first, I'm going to show you how to sharpen your shears so that they'll be nice and sharp for us today. Let's set up so you can see me okay. If anyone's in here and you can hear, let me see. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing down here. So I have some garden shears that are a little bit dull because I always accidentally snip the fence, so they're quite dull. Lower this camera. Hopefully everything's working okay. All right, so I've got my pruning shears right here, and I always, when I'm trimming my tomato plants and stuff, I always manage to accidentally cut the fence. So they're quite dull, so they're not snipping as easy as I'd like. So before we get started on pruning, I'm going to show you how to sharpen these. I'm not saying this is the best way, but this way works for me. Oops, I'm going to do that. So I have my little Lampy kit. This is what I use to sharpen all my knives and my tools in my yard. And it doesn't take long to sharpen it. So there's 3 different strengths in this little kit. So we have smooth, we have rough, and we have in between. So we're going to start with the rough first. I'm going to put oil. I have to take my glasses off so I can see up close. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this middle. Definitely see where I've nicked on pretty good. I'm going to lower that down just a little bit. I you can actually see what I'm doing. So normally there's a stand that you put this on, but I'm just doing this the quick way. So with these, pretty dull. I'm going to sharpen on the back side right here just a little bit. Just straight up. And then we're on this part right here where it's going to cut down. I'm just going to make sure there's a nice smooth connection. I don't want to do too much. And go down the center of that. Just making sure there's a nice flat surface there. On the other side, it does go on a little bit of an angle. I don't know if you can see. I'll move my chair a little bit. Let's see here. So you have this little sharp edge, and because I'm just doing enough just to get it to, there we go. This or a knife, I'd be more precise and I would step on the kit. I'm just kind of following the angle. I really want those points. I'm kind of testing it. It's a little bit of a tougher metal, but it's not, these aren't the most expensive shears I have, so I don't want to take too much of it off. It feels pretty good. And I'm going to take the medium and do the same thing. Hi, Cedar. How are you doing? So we're sharpening our shears right here. I do this a couple times a year whenever I get careless sometimes, and sometimes I cut like metal and certain things. So I'm just kind of following the angle of the blade. I tried to cut something that was like an easy flower, and it did not cut at all. Go on the back side a little bit. Make sure that tip feels a little bit dull, so I'm just going to do a little bit more, trying to make sure I get right on the angle. That's better. And finish it one more time with the smooth. There, that's better. So now we're going to go over how we are going to go prune the raspberry bush. So while I was out today, I noticed that there was starting to form powdery mildew. And powdery mildew is horrible. Hold on a sec. Powdery mildew is horrible because it spreads on the exact same plant, and it can be spread through bugs and also through wind. And if it gets on like the tomato plants, it'll take out bunches of the leaves. So as soon as you can find it and you see it, it's best to dress it right away. So we're going to go over there, over to the raspberry bush. And my little foamy thing fell off my mic, and so it's somewhere in the yard. So I apologize if there's background noise that's normally cut out. I guess I need to buy me like a handful of them. Oh, speaking of which, I just found it. Yay! Hi, Kyle. How are you? That's very nice of you to say hi. I hope your work week's going okay. I know you work like 20-hour days, it seems like. Okay, so we've got our raspberry bush over here. I'm going to have to adjust my camera so you can see. Let's see here. Give me one sec, guys. That's what I get for having a camera that I move around the yard if I adjust for different angles. All right, so let's higher this up. So I don't know if you can see these leaves right here. Get it nice and close. So that's what powdery mildew looks like. You can treat it with neem seed oil and the like. But I'm going to cut it off, right? I'm going to cut it off for today. And then I'll treat the plant with the neem seed oil because it's an antifungal, anti-mold type thing. But I'll put it in the big sprayer attached to the hose and put my foam pad on my mic to cut out some of the noise. Hold on. There we go. I need to just glue that sucker on there. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. It's not too complicated to get in here and trim this as I figure out that's a good angle. So I'm going to look at the underside and see if I can start to see anything. I don't. So I'm just going to trim these off just on an angle like so. It's not really hard, but I want you guys to know if you have raspberries, what it looks like, because you want to get rid of it right away. Bottom side looks like those are starting to kind of get it. So they're a little bit lighter colored. So I'm just going to cut that off. While I'm in here, I'm going to cut some of these dead ones off as well. So today, while I was out watering the pumpkin patch, I found another wild watermelon pumpkin or watermelon plant that's growing. So that'll be cool. I think I have like 6 watermelon plants now. Come over to this side. Can you guys see what that looks like? Did you get a good picture of it? If you look at the underside of a healthy, they're still kind of that lighter color. I don't want to take off the good stuff, just the bad ones. When we're done today, I'll take you on Last year, I used to do well, I'm going to start doing them again. I do a green smoothie. I used to do one every single day, and I put a half a cup of raspberries. I would get about last year I got about a full cup of raspberries every single day or more. So we were out picking. How you doing, Dark Coleman? Are you having a good day? I hope you are. But anyway, so I get tons last year. So this plant wasn't even this big last year, and I would get about a cup to 2 cups once they start blooming. As long as you pick them off every day, you'll keep on getting more raspberries. They'll keep producing it. When they start coming on, I'll show you what they look like. It's kind of like it was different. It's like you pick off the top, and there's already one ready to start seeding and growing, which I didn't know that did that. Dark Coleman, did you blow up anything exciting today? Any cool road work stuff? There's not a ton of mildew on this side. I got it pretty early. It's been a really, really moist. It's been a really moist spring, or really wet. I guess that word. I don't know if that's a word. It's weird to some people. So there's starting to get some on here, but they're not. It's not horrible. And last year I didn't know I was supposed to cut these off. So I'm learning every year different things. And this is just one I learned. So I'm looking in there. Don't see a ton. My flowers, for those who've been watching, my flowers finally bloomed around the pond, which is my whole goal is to have all the flowers planted and the pond set up for when these one flowers bloom. So I'm going to show you those today. They're my favorite. They're tiger lilies, but they only bloom once a year. And I just, for those 5 days when they're blooming really good, I want to sit outside at the pond and just listen to the water, look at the fish, all that fun stuff. I didn't sharpen these pruners good enough today. And I have to redo them. I've got morning glory growing in there, and I'll have to get down and pull that out, because if I don't, what morning glory does is it wraps around the plant, kind of like this, and it actually chokes it off and kills it. And that's how morning glory takes over. It'll actually kill some of these stock. Actually, they're called canes. They'll kill the canes. So we got our 3 sister corns. I got them the rest of the way done. We started it the other day, but then it started raining like crazy. This side is a lot worse than the other side. I don't know if it's because the other side gets more sun or what the deal is with that. And like I said before, if you leave this on, they will spread, and the bugs will spread it. And there's some kind of a bug. I don't know if you can see that right in there. So something's eating those leaves. So I'll definitely need to spray with neem seed oil. Looks like it might be a worm. Now there's definitely something in here eating it. So I'll have to go on the lookout. But deep inside the plant, there's some mold. Usually I would have gloves on while I'm doing this. These are thorny raspberry bushes. Right now they're not too bad. Later in the year they'll be more prickly. I don't even know if you can see it. I don't know if that sun is blurring in your face. Hold on. Just back this up just a little bit and higher the camera. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. PVC hoops. Yeah, so that's all mine are against the fence. PVC pipe would work really good too. 55 acres of blueberries. Holy cow, that's a lot. Did he sell them or did he put them up? 55 acres? All right, I think I've gotten all the mold out of this one. You see the buds are all grown. I don't know if you can see. Bring that closer. You see all those raspberries? They're already on there. So probably, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I'll be eating raspberries every day, which is my favorite. All right, so then I've got these ones that are along the fence here. That's kind of high. And then bent me a stand. It's just for me that I can adjust easier. Yeah, so on my fence, the good thing with my fence is I have 2 sides of my fence. So I can go on both sides. If I couldn't do that, it would be kind of hard. But I originally started with 2 raspberry plants, and they have just taken over. So I'm going to cut off some of these dead ones. And I don't know if you've ever had raspberry thorns, but the slivers, they're the worst. Probably I saw some mold on some of these. Oh, there's little grasshoppers. That's what's eating my plants. Figured it out. So it's probably time to dig out the baking soda and sprinkle on the plants. If I remember right, that was something that works. So I'm going to do some research and I will test it out. And if it's something that is actually effective, I'll let you know, because I prefer to not have to put 7 or any kind of a powder or poison on here. So that didn't take us that long, mainly because I've stayed on top of it. Like I said in the past, I didn't know that you're supposed to cut those off, and I didn't realize that they spread to other plants like tomatoes. Like typically you're not supposed to plant tomatoes and raspberries next to each other because raspberries are prone to that. But with this garden the way I have it, I don't really have much of a choice. But anyway, so I'm going to take you around. I don't know if this camera lets me switch directions. If it does, I'm going to, because it'll be easier for me to take around and show you what I want to show you. So let me see. I'm going to experiment here. So this is a Streamlabs experiment. See if I can change to rear camera. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Never mind. I guess I put my avatar on for the first time. Last time it was just a black screen. So that's kind of cool. Let me see. More. Hopefully I don't kill this, guys. Hopefully you're still there. Camera. Never mind. I have to play with that later. Knowing me, I'm going to screw something in. Take this around, and I'm going to just I'll end up turning the phone around so you can see the stuff. But so far, you see the stems around, and then from seed are actually than the ones that I bought from the store. You see it? You get in there and pull a bunch of weeds out. So blackberries are thorny as well. But yeah, I want to. Oh yeah, blackberries. Yeah, I want to grow some blackberry bushes. I was thinking of blueberries. Did you say blueberries or blackberries earlier? Oh, you said blueberries. I love blackberries. Usually when I do my smoothies, I'll actually buy blackberries, but I'll do raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, and some strawberries in there too. But so I don't know if you can see, there's more one that grew wild from seed, which they are doing better than the ones that I planted from the nursery, which is kind of cool. So kind of the moral of the story is you can almost plant all your stuff in the fall, it seems like, because all my stuff that grew wild from the fall turned out pretty cool. And then right here, I don't know if you can see right over there. I don't think I can get over there because I'm watering. But right in the corner there is another wild watermelon growing. Wonder how come I can't flip my camera the other way, because it's easier for me to show you things. But I'm going to show you the flowers around the pond. And then I'll probably let you guys go. Just wanted to show you what that mildew was like. I do have some more flowers to finish planting. I'm almost done with them. I feel like this is the first time it feels like I'm never going to get them done. That's better. The sun glare, I couldn't tell if you guys could see what I was trying to show you. Let's put this back on here. Oh, they don't get ripe. That's a temperature up in the mountains. I'm gonna turn off that hose real quick. I forgot I had it running. I've got the whole garden flooding over there. I don't water every day. I water deep about once a week, or if the plants look like they're wilting. Just turning off that waterfall pretty loud. But now, you guys ready to see the fun stuff that we've been working on? Okay, so we've got this side of the pond. I'm gonna stand back so you can see it. So we've got that side over there. All the flowers. These are all the ones I still have left to plant. So I cut back all those bushes. Yesterday I cut back the bushes because they were just totally overtaking everything, and I dug 2 of them up. And so I got to finish planting the flowers in there, but it's just about done as well. This is the upper part of the pond. Through here, you can see there's two rivers. Can you see both of them okay? High of 79, that's all? That's crazy. So in just a sec, I'll turn on the river. I just turned it off for a second because it's kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear okay. So we got all these flowers. So these are tiger lilies right here. And they're going to be orange. But my whole goal was to get my flowers in for these yellow ones. Those ones are my favorite. So from here, where I would sit, you can kind of check out all this stuff. And then this little one over here. So there's the river. I've got all these plants over here. And then I got some fish down there, and the turtles, of course, they're going to be shy and high because I came out here. They went and hid underneath the rock. They were out playing just a minute ago. So that is all we've been working on. I'm going to see if you can see over here. Put this down. I want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Glasses and glare are killing me. So there's that. I'm going to go turn on the pond, and you're going to hear it. So right now I have a UV filter, and I was going to show you guys how I set it up, but I just didn't get around to it. We were having issues with one of the parts. But so it's a UV filter, so it goes through charcoal. And so it pumps water from the pond, goes through this filter with the UV light, with charcoal and HEPA filters, and it pumps it to the top stream, and then it goes down the river, and it's just constantly keeping the water from being really dirty. That's really clear. I'm gonna go turn on the pond. You can see the river fall. The waterfall. You can see it come down. You see it? It's going to go down there, so it comes down both sides. And then the one other thing I have to add to it is my fairy gnome. So I collect fairy gnomes, which is really fun. So I have like fairy houses, got a troll in the back corner. I don't know if you can see over here. So every time I go to the nursery, I buy at least one or two of these every year just to kind of gradually collect them. But it has a light inside there, so it's got a sensor. And as soon as it gets dark, it will light up, and it's kind of cool. Is my camera fuzzy? On my end, it's really clear. Is it fuzzy everywhere else for you? So maybe it's the. Usually, I should have hooked it up to my other camera. That's connected to my Cat 5. I just have my phone today. I'm just gonna do a little short stream. So I want to show you. It says 480. Let me look real quick. Camera. I want to turn it off. More settings. Camera. Oh, I think. Give me just a sec, guys. I'm just trying to see this. Oh, it allowed me to turn it. That was nice. I don't know if that makes the quality any better. Well, that's a bummer. It's not allowing me to do. Yeah, I figured out how to switch it while I was trying to figure it out. Apparently, it's only not letting me do the 780, which is really weird. So at least I could take this round now and I can show you kind of more what it looks like. This is easier for me. So here we have, these are the orange tiger lilies. Those ones are going to be bigger. Those are my yellow ones. They just barely bloomed today. And then I got the snapdragon and the canna lily, which I need to show you how to prune those. I'll probably just do a short video. If you prune them, they'll keep blooming all year. And then we have the upper pond. You can't see, it's my shadow in the way. I don't know if you can see all the fish in there. I do have the setting for the higher. It's, the package I bought has 780p, so I don't know why it's not streaming 780 right now, and I don't know if it's a phone thing. I was trying to just get it set up. I should have just got the other camera out. But it's easier to walk around with my phone. Most turtles are still hiding underneath there, so I guess I can't show you the turtles today. They're being shy. So there, now I can show you the view. Now I can make sure you're seeing it. So that's the stream. But we're all done. This part's all done, minus the fairy gnomes. Got all the flowers out. And then this week I'll also set out the hammock. I know, why are they being shy? Here, I'll grab one. Oh, did you just see that fish jump up? That was crazy. Did you guys see that, or was it just me? Oh, here they are. Let's grab those little buggers. Okay, I'm setting the phone down. It's going to go black for a sec. Got him. Oh, it was crazy. I'm going to have to go back. Hope I saw it. So that I had a little fish down there, and it actually crawled up that waterfall right there. It was really weird. I've never seen it. It looks like a salmon. We hear these little guys. Let's see how long it takes them to jump in the water after I put them down. They'll do it pretty quick, I bet. Maybe not. Now let's put them in the sun. There's one more in there, and he's hiding good. He said no flash photography. Probably. Oh, there he goes. There's his head coming out now. As soon as he realizes he's okay, he's going to come out. We found a fish farm. We have this thing called KSL where we live, and people can sell things. And there was a guy that was selling a bunch of fish, or not selling them. He was just giving away for free. I guess there's a fish farm, and he has a lot of koi and stuff. So they gave us I think like 10 of them. I'll turn off the upper pond, and I'll show you. As soon as I walk away, he's gonna come out. There he goes. The other one's like super terrified. The one with yellow stripes is really active. So this whole month of all the work we've done is all for this day where I can sit outside and look at the yellow lilies. It's really weird. It feels like my camera is mirrored. Like everything's reversed. Hold on. I guess this is the good thing of having friends in here. I can learn these things. Settings, camera. Let's try the other one. 2-0 facing? I don't know what 2-0 is. That is really weird. Hold on, bear with me. I don't know why it won't give me the option for streaming setting. Camera, flip it. Let's try turning off mirror and see if that's better. Oh, that's why. You can't have mirror on in case anybody's here and wants to learn. You can't have your mirror setting on when you're facing rear because it's just weird. Now I can take you. Look at all those fish down there. Can you see them all? This week we're going to go buy some pond plants. They help keep the algae down. Those are all the koi. Hopefully the snakes aren't going to get them. They're mesmerizing to sit out here and watch. That one's like floating sideways. That's weird. All right. Are they still super blurry? Yeah, it's not going to be any fun if you can't see what I'm showing you. Then it's not going to be any fun. All right, I'm gonna let you go. If it's all blurry, it's not as fun to show you all this fun stuff. So I will end this. I might do a short stream right directly afterwards, just to test out if it's a setting I did wrong when I set up the stream. It very well could be. All right, see y'all later, guys. Oh, doing a movie tonight at 8 o'clock, I think. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And that's the river.